Hey, we're back. Trust God Studios. Wade Boyer from the Ecliptic Strays. This is my Guitar Kit World E75. I am completely finished with the lacquer that I put on it. I put a oil-based polyurethane. I did all the sanding and whatnot. I did all that 1000, and then I'd take the wet rag, wipe it in circles, pick up all the dust, dry it off with a dry one. Then I would hit it with 2000, 3000, and then I would put another layer on. I'm trying to get it as flat and as shiny as possible, so I've gotten it pretty flat, pretty shiny. This is with the brush, so it's not perfect, not like you can get from a spray. Let's say you have a spray thing, one of them spray machines are a little better, but this might take longer. I don't care, I'm just doing what I do. So anyways, this is my third layer. I got it real flat after sanding it. Lacquer, sand, lacquer, sand, 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 lacquer, sand, lacquer, sand, lacquer, sand. And then so this is my third layer, and what I just did was I went over it with a steel wool. I didn't push down too hard. I just went over it with a light hand and kind of knocked all that stuff off. There's little bits that are standing up, kind of knocked them down. If I press too hard, it will take the shine off. So what I did was went over the stuff like that real lightly and then wiped it down again with a wet microfiber. Wipe it in circles and then come back over it with a dry it off. I'm probably gonna do the same thing on the back, just so you can see. I am gonna apply this with a little bit of pressure going with the grain. I'm not gonna take the shine completely off. I may dull it a little bit, but I'm just flattening the surface, making sure those grooves and those lines are coming out. I'm just like smoothing it out a little bit. You know, there's a lot of lacquer on here. Lots of Brian Urlacher. Chicago fans would remember Brian Urlacher, I'm sure. Kingston Mines, Chicago shirt. Anyways, I put a lot of Urlacher on here. So a little bit of steel wool abrasiveness is not gonna hurt it. I'm barely pushing down. I'm just knocking off any of the unevenness. As I'm doing it like this, you can see I got the fan on it. It's kind of blowing the dust off because this stuff turns to dust. And then I'll wipe it in circles, just so it goes through all the grooves. I wipe it in little circles, applying pressure, picking up all the dust, picking up all the extra glue and anything I'm kind of knocking off. So, you know, I haven't taken the shine off. The shine's there, but see, it still looks good. It's just smoothing it out a little bit. That's the whole point. As you're sanding and as you're adding layers, you want it to be as flat as possible so that it continues to keep that shine. You know, you don't want unevenness. That's how it looks really ugly or really unprofessional. I'm gonna do the same things to the sides, but here we're gonna do the reveal. Now that I'm done, we're gonna drop this paper off. We're gonna take all this paper, or this tape. This is the Fretboard reveal. Had this tape on for a week and I've painted over it. You know, it's gonna be a little tough coming off. Once I get it, it'll start coming. Maybe it'll come down here. Yeah. Almost. I tried to get it all in one swoop, but this is how she's gonna look. She is a beauty. Beverly June is a beauty. Pretty much untouched with that stain. Look at that line work. Go ahead and zoom in if you want. That line work looks real great, I think. Not bad for the third guitar I've ever built. First guitar I built, it really wasn't a build. I just took a guitar apart and put one back together, you know? Not really a build. This is probably the second build of my life. And if there's a little extra stuff on here, I can get it off. I got this razor blade. You know, check this out. Come here and look. See, there's a little bit of stain on there. You know, I'm not tripping. I can get that off like this. Watch. Just working it. Taking my time. You know, if you rush perfection, you usually mess stuff up. Don't rush perfection. So I just come through here, and little by little I'm gonna be taking off that little bit of yellow, just like here in the F holes. Here, some of it's coming off right here. See that? That's my Brian Urlacher. I'm so glad I have all these people to help me. Chad Atkins, orange. I had that Ron Burgundy. I got Brian Urlacher. This is gonna be a beautiful guitar, really. What do you think? Put some finishing touches on it in the next moments, but I think she's beautiful. Hope you guys enjoy.